my beautiful people, welcome back. I'm very excited to show you guys something. We did a piping bag pour the other day called Seaweed that you guys saw, and I wanted to show you the dried results. At the end of this pour, I wasn't like super happy with it. I kind of wasn't sure what was going to happen, but I'm happy to say that it has dried beautifully and has all these lovely different tones and shades of green, and I see the turquoise in there, and the green gold did beautiful things. Our 24 karat gold did beautiful things, of course. That little bit of golden's iridescent gold that we flicked on there, it's not really that visible because there are so many other cells on here, but I actually really, you hear the hawks?
Yeah. It must be getting randy.
I really love this line that's down here in the center, and I'm super glad this is dry so I can show you guys, because this is one of the things that... Yeah.
Is that hawk for, hey, babe?
I really want to kind of recreate this line. So we're going to be doing another piping bag pour tonight, and I have a few differences that I've made, and I will show you and tell you what those are. But I wanted to show you that one. That was Seaweed. The biggest difference in today's pour versus when we did Seaweed is the consistency of my paint. I had initially been watching Gina DeLuca do her piping bag pours with the cake tip onto the canvas with pretty thin paint and let it run out, and it was beautiful. And that was my first pour, was thinner paint. I also saw Lee and Jeremy Massey from Massey Art Studio doing their snip and pour, where they used much thicker paint, and they had a very specific layering technique, which we're not going to do that, but I am using the thicker paint consistency. Partially also because I wasn't really crazy about the way that one looked. I was really worried it was going to get muddy after it we were done pouring it, so I wasn't real happy, as I'm sure you guys could tell from looking at my face. So I was very pleasantly surprised that it dried very cool, and I really do like that. And the other difference is, in that one, we came across the canvas first this way, and then I went back up through it this way. And I liked the effect of the back through it much more than I liked the effect of the first initial pouring it this way towards the right. So, and it's interestingly, it does make a really big difference. There's Baxter hair on my canvas. Is it like floating off of you or something, HOA? Okay.
No, I was snuggling him. He's good to snuggle with.
He is very good to snuggle.
He's very solid.
His skull is like a tank.
The beast is a wall.
He's got that squishy face.
Yep.
It's awesome. Anyway, so we're going to be pouring the piping bag this way to get the effects that I want, instead of pulling it this way. So that's the two big differences, the consistency and the partially a technique change. So let me show you the colors real quick, and then we will get to layering. The first one we are using is Amsterdam Turquoise Green, which is a very pretty color. I am using mix pour tonight, my thickest bottle, because I was trying to get this stuff as thick as I could to see if that makes a big difference. So we're using mix pour. You can get your own mix pour by emailing Krista at krista8974@gmail.com. Okay, so this is the Amsterdam Turquoise Green. Historically, this color has been notorious for me for trying to take over. So I'm quite happy to have it thick, and I'm keeping that in mind. So I'm probably not going to be using big, huge, thick layers of the turquoise green. Probably thinner layers, but it is pretty thick. You can see the consistency is gigantic mound on gigantic mound, staying there for 20 minutes or so. So that's the turquoise green. I'm also using one of my favorite colors. This one is Amsterdam Greenish Blue. I'm so happy I've said it correctly tonight. I love this color. It is very reminiscent of Golden's Turquoise Phthalo, and just beautiful. And if you put it next to gold, it throws green. If you put it next to white, it gives a beautiful shade lighter. It's just so pretty. And I love it next to the Paynes Grey, which is our next color. This one is Golden's Paynes Grey. And this is thick.
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 THICCCC.
And I have plans for this one, so I think I'm going to do something pretty cool with that. Okay, this next one is a combination of Amsterdam Naples Yellow with a little bit of the lemon Azo Yellow thrown in there to brighten it up. So this is a combination of those two, and this is also pretty thick. Okay, it's like sunshine in a cup. Alright, then we have our usual suspects, DecoArt Americana Decor Metallics in 24 karat gold. Not as thick as I would like, but still pretty darn thick. And we also have Amsterdam Titanium White. And this does have some leftovers in it that probably has some of the Satin Enamels in there also. This is also not as thick as I would like, but I didn't want to put any more paint in it, and I didn't want to put any more pouring medium in it because I'm not going to be using a lot of the white. In the Seaweed pour, I used very, very small layers of white in between a couple of the layers, and then I added the white as the last shot into the center of the bag. I'm still not entirely sure what I'm going to do this time, because it spread a lot and it felt like that first layer was really hazy because of that white that was in there. So I don't know, HOA, would you say don't put it in between the layers, or do put it in between the layers and then don't add the last shot at the end? What do you think? I don't want to put it.
I think as it does more of a it draws
funnel
down from the center like a funnel.
Yeah.
Than usual. So maybe not put the thicker layer at the top.
So small layers in between, but not the last one.
Right, real small layers of the white.
Yeah, I think we're going to be using thinner layers of everything tonight rather than pouring, you know, my typical 1/2 inch. Okay, so we have my Catamount Flameware 4 cup jar that is holding our piping bag. A jug. This is a piping bag. These are from a company called Wheaties. I found them on Amazon. I will link them for you in the description box. It's a 16-ounce piping bag. For that size canvas, conveniently, we need 16 ounces of paint. So, okay, now for the fun part. Okay, so the idea that I had, HOA, check this out. I do want to go...
Intrigue.
I do want to pour it this way, backwards. But I'm concerned that if I start it here and start pushing it, I'm going to have a problem bringing it all the way back. So then I thought about, and I wouldn't mind having Paynes Grey on either side of it. So I thought about putting a bunch of Paynes Grey in the bottom and then putting my colors in so that the Paynes Grey comes out first as a runway and then we can go back through it. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Okay.
That sounds like a very good solution.
I don't know if everybody spends as much time thinking about this stuff as I do.
We love that about you.
Okay, so we're going to start with kind of a big layer of the Paynes Grey. Because I kind of want that to spread all the way across. Have that come out of the bag first, so that when I pull it this way, this is all Paynes Grey, and then as we start to go back, then we start to see our colors. I kind of feel like I might need more than that, but I don't want to put more than that. Okay, the next color we're going to use, actually, and I'm going to put a tiny bit of white on top of it. Actually, I'm just going to drizzle it with my stick because I don't want to pour a whole bunch. Okay, that's good. And now we're going to do that same drizzle with a stick. Okay. Add a little bit of the yellow color. Put some of our greenish blue in there. Maybe want a thicker layer of that. Okay. A little bit of gold. That's not a little bit. A little bit more white. We're going to do that again. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit of the greenish, light green turquoise first, and then Paynes Grey. And then we're going to go yellow. I like this with the stick. I think it's going to work really good. We'll go greenish blue again. A little bit of white. Some gold. I think this is actually going to work better because there are thinner layers. Taking a little longer to layer, though, I will admit that. Alright, I'm going to just pour this on the top. Why does that happen? We're getting close to the end. Okay. That's probably okay. Alright. Let's scoot that over for a second. I do want to put down, I have some thinned out 24 karat gold here. And I do want to put down like a runway of where we're going to pour it. So we're going to go, should we go diagonal or should we go straight across, do you think?
Diagonal's an interesting idea.
Alright, we'll go diagonal. I'll pull it out that way. Alright. Alright, here's the scissors. There we go.
Whoa.
That's cool.
A lot of Paynes Grey, huh? Or is that just on the side of the bag?
No, that's a lot of Paynes Grey because that's going to be that first layer that goes across. Okay, I'm going to turn this. I'm going to get it over here. You go away. You come here. And you, no you can't, can you?
What? Snip it? Yeah,
Yeah.
I can snip it.
Because I want to be holding it with my, no, okay, I can do it. Okay.
There's a lot of pressure there. I think I'm shooting out.
Are you ready?
Nope. I thought you were going to start the other end. Okay.
Oh,
go ahead.
no, yeah, I'm going to start this in. Okay, here we go. So this is our initial Paynes Grey that's coming out because I wanted the rest of the pour to go on top of that. And now we're going to go back and hopefully we're going to start to see some of those colors. I know we put the colors in the bag.
You should start over again.
Squeeze it. There we go. Oh, now it's going this way. All right. There's still some more paint in here, so I'm going to push it down.
Where's the rest of that paint?
See? Okay. That's a lot of paint. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of the gold that's left. We're going to go around the edge of this. On either side. Okay. I'm going to have some of this to use as a flow extender. Left over from a couple of pours now, so we're going to just pour that along the edge. want this to touch our floor.
I already see another angry owl.
The last one wasn't angry. He was very peaceful.
I see an owl and he's angry.
Okay,
Another
well,
owl.
I don't care. I'm about to tilt it, so I love this line. That's really cool, and this is really pretty too. Maybe next time we'll go crazy with it a little bit. Find where the weight of the paint is. And we're gonna walk it down. It's pushing off that flow extender. I don't want to lose that edge, so I'm coming back to me. And now we're gonna go over that corner. I'm gonna push that part off. This is really cool. Take a little bit of this corner off down here at the bottom and kind of introduce some curve there. This is really neat. Take it back down a little bit. And let this bottom part sort of float back down to where it's supposed to be. Oh, that's really cool. You escape. What do you think, HOA?
It's really neat.
I really love that dark Paynes against there. It's really pretty. It's a pretty good paint. I think we need a marble because there's a few parts of this that I'm not loving and I want to love and I can love easily if they just need. We don't even need a marble. Let's try a palette knife. But the marble is pretty. What do you think? Marble?
I like the marble because it's very wispy and it doesn't look obvious, which is odd because it's so obvious. But
It's totally intentional.
it looks intentional, but obvious but not intentional.
It's just like right in here. I might even just roll it with my finger like I did.
Where you at?
Mhm. Ooh, that was no good. Whenever you're doing any kind of embellishing and you see a natural line, it's okay to like play along that and balance it, but still follow that natural. Your work will look a lot more organic and not quite so intentional or contrived. I'm going to go over here a little bit. I'm going to start in the darker Paynes Grey and we're going to take care of this weird thing. And sort of clean up this edge and make it a little prettier. That's kind of pretty.
Do you see any real difference between doing it by hand or when you're tilting it?
This way is actually, I have less control over it this way because my gloves have paint on them and I'm not sure where it's going to go. Whereas when I'm tilting it, I'm kind of, I am one with the marble. I am the marble and it is me. Okay, but I am going to take my palette knife and just smooth out this.
I am the storm.
Yes. Here we go. Sort of connect that. And maybe bring this in. Break up that straight line. I like that better. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. That's better. And I just think we need a tiny bit in this area. There, like that better.
A little bit of something, something. A little bit of something, something.
Yeah, something, exactly. Do we like this line here, kind of in the middle? Because that's the only thing I'm not crazy about. I'm gonna come over and look at it from over there. Yeah, see,
I'm not
it's
crazy
a little
about it.
too
Do something
horizontal. Which side do we like better?
Side closest to me.
You like this one better? This
Yeah.
way, I kind of like that one. But I love the dark Paynes over there. Okay.
My opinion helps you solidify yours. Go with yours.
I don't mind the line that much, I just don't want it right down the middle, or I want one side of it to be in a different place. So of these 4 quadrants, uh-oh. Incoming doggo! Backseas at you? Maybe we're gonna see if we can take off some of this. That's pretty cool. I'm going to torch it one more time because I see a bunch of air bubbles. I like that this line is a little more broken up now. It's not so straight across the center. This looks a little better, that it's a little disoriented. Well, that's looking pretty cool. I like this a lot. I love this color scheme. I really like putting the Paynes Grey in the bottom of the bag. I thought that was really fun because then it gave us a darker base coat for some of this more blended stuff to really pop and show off against, which is kind of neat. So this was awesome. I love these parts of it. It's really, really pretty where there's like that little bit of very transparent Paynes Grey and you see all these colors coming up in all these cells, and there's gold and blues, and that greenish blue is really, really pretty. There's a very soft kind of mossy green going on in here, probably from the aquamarine because I put it next to the gold or the light turquoise. So this is really cool. I like this a lot. I'm very happy with it. Let me know what you guys think, and I will show you guys when it's dry. Thanks so much for being here with us. We'll see you real soon. Okay, so this is a few days later, and it is dry now. Forgive me, there is a lot of wind today, so I hope that you guys can hear me and actually understand me. This one turned out really, really pretty. There's a lot of really interesting things here. I love, first of all these colors. That light turquoise green from Amsterdam and the Paynes Grey and the greenish blue are just beautiful together. I'm glad we had a little bit of white in there, and the gold. The yellow seems to have completely mixed in with some of the other colors. Let's get a little closer and we can look at this. But there are some really beautiful details in here. I really like the kind of organic flowing shapes. I don't know what this would be. I keep trying to come up with a title for it, and I see like ocean currents and kind of waves in some places, and I don't know. It is very oceany. I love the colors though, and there are some really beautiful cells popping up, the little gold cells in through there, and all these different multicolored cells are very pretty. There's the little bit of marbling we did up there at the front, at the top. I don't know, I really do like this. I feel like I haven't quite gotten there yet with what I want to make happen, and I have a couple more ideas that I will probably be playing with. But it is very, very pretty. I really do like that light turquoise green from Amsterdam. Maybe I didn't give it a fair shot because I do like it in this a lot, but I love the depth in here. It's just really, really pretty. So this one turned out pretty cool. This was the second piping bag I did with much thicker paint. And pretty neat stuff. And we did, of course, that runway of Paynes Grey first to give us that sort of background color. Gosh, look at this one, it's so pretty. I like it. Like I said, I'm not done playing with this yet. So, thanks for being here with us, guys. This was a lot of fun. And like I said, I will be playing with this some more. And we'll see you guys real soon. Thanks so much for being here with us. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Baxy squishy face. Squishy boy. Hello, squishy baby. You have the most squishy face. Baxy. You want to wake up?
Your head's like a bowling ball.
I like the snores.